Check, 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 check. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, it's Mike. I'm with Gag Order Radio, hanging here with.
You know what it is, the one, the only Bobby Ray Band's B.o.B.
So you just played a sold-out show. I've seen you play stadiums. I've seen you play small club shows. I've seen you play arenas. Do you prefer one crowd over the other? Do you have more fun in one type of setting?
You know, I mean, it's really different each time, man. You know, sometimes you feel like jumping in the crowd surfing, you know, close up, tight, intimate type of venues. But then sometimes you need that big arena rock, you know what I'm saying? You need the big, you know, the lights and the pyro and shit like that. But, you know, either one is fine, you know. I find my rhythm in either nor, neither here nor there.
And one of those stadiums was with none other than Eminem.
Yep. Crazy.
You guys ever plan on working together again? Have you talked to him at all, or?
Possibly, but you want to. But before you pull that Eminem card, man, you want to get, you want to make sure it's the right record, man. You know, and sometimes in the studio you'll hear a song and it'll be like, man, we need to get this song to M, but it may not be the right song, so you gotta, you know, make sure it's the right move to make.
And congrats on the success of Underground Luxury.
Right on.
And John Doe is killing it on the charts right now.
Yep.
Do you like that it's a meaningful song and it's really touching people's hearts and it's spreading to so many places and it's really helping a lot of people go through tough times?
You know, I think it's good, you know, for me to feed that side of thinking, you know, because, you know, my whole last album, you know, I won't say my last album, but the past 2 years I've been just like going club crazy, and so, you know, it's good. It was a breath of fresh air for me, even to hear people sing something at my shows other than, like, you know what I'm saying, club music for a change. But, you know, really, man, like, you know, it's a record where I think every song should have a meaning, you know, first off. But sometimes that meaning could be something simple, or it can be something that has a really deep meaning. But whatever it is, it should have a meaning.
And on this record, you had mentioned that One Day was your favorite song. Is that still the case after letting it sit for a while? And if so, why?
I like Fly Motherfucker. Fly Motherfucker is my song.
And your next project coming out this summer that you just announced is No Genre 2.
Yes, No Genre Part 2. And it's also the name of my label. Yep.
And so how's the progress on that project coming?
Man, I'm actually, I mean, it's done, actually. So I can't say, oh, man, I didn't finish it. I got caught up. It's done. No Genre Part 2 is done. I'm just putting all of my finishing touches on it. That's it.
On the first one of my favorite records was Cold as Ice, and I was wondering what the inspiration behind that was. How'd you come up with the storyline on that?
Cold as Ice, man, is really I had to listen to the hook, you know, because the hook is a you know, it's a remake of an older song, or at least the music is, and I just want to think of, like, you know, when somebody would be saying cold as ice. And I always think about movies because I love movies. I'm like, what would be a movie? And I just felt like, you know, your typical cliche, you know, people go in on a job or a heist or something, and then the person they went in with rats on them or turns on them, or, you know, and it's kind of speaks to a lot of different things in life. Someone doing something you thought they would never do, and you just feel like they cold as ice for it.
And you've been producing a lot lately. You executive produced the last project.
Yep.
Do you foresee yourself continuing producing all your own
Absolutely.
records?
Well, I don't have to produce my own records. It's just something that, if it pans out that way, then cool. But if the best sound for the project comes from another producer, then, you know, so be it.
Do you plan on producing for other artists coming up?
Yes. I'm producing a lot for Mike Fresh. I'm producing a lot for there's this new guy named Jake Lambo, a 16-year-old kid out of Atlanta, super spitter. I just recently got in with Young Jock. I've been working with Priscilla, working with JoJo, working with a couple of other people, but I'm not gonna name it yet.
And
someone's gonna take my idea. I'm like,
And you're personally one of the most versatile artists that I've ever heard. And a track like Where Are You Now really showcases that not everybody always gets the growth of an artist, because you've been growing a lot since day one. And do you think do you find it tough to just always please everybody when making a record?
Well, I mean, you can't really make music to please people. You got to make music to just, well, for me, I know I can't speak for everybody else, but I make music for myself, really. It sounds selfish, but it's the truth. Like, I started as just, you know, when you get to the point as an artist where when you're an aspiring artist and you're in those stages and you're passing out CD after CD and it gets rejected, you're just like, you know what, fuck this shit, man. I work so hard trying to please these people. I'm finna just make what I want to make, and that's the first step is when you get to that point and you just make music for yourself.
And that music always comes out the best anyway.
It does. Make what you like. If you make what you like, people will like it. If you make what people you think people will like, it'll sound like you're trying to make something that people like. You know, people are smart. So.
And you've compared your upcoming album to The Adventures of Bobby Ray.
Yes, I do.
In what sense is that?
Man, I would say it's as musical as The Adventures of Bobby Ray, but it's more grown up. You know, I'm much older than I was, and you know, just my perspective is different, but the musicality is still there. So.
And one of my favorite records of all time is Ghost in the Machine, which is off the first record.
Oh, absolutely. Ghost in the Machine. Can't go wrong with the Ghost.
And which persona do you prefer, B.o.B or Bobby Ray?
Man, they both kind of just blended into one. You know, I think they represent two different sides of myself, which I used to shift back and forth from, but they're still there. Now they're just, it's like Voltron, you know what I'm saying?
And you're getting more involved in acting. You want to get involved in more business. Do you still plan on opening up that Hooters restaurant? You still got that idea?
I would love to open a Hooters, and I would hand select every employee.
And then you sampled Kanye on Do You Have the Stamina? Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I did a couple times.
Cool.
I told him, I was like, yo, I sampled, do you have the stamp? Did you hear it? He was like, no, I didn't hear it.
And then lastly, just out of curiosity, what do you think of the XXL Freshman?
Man, I didn't see. I saw somebody put up a picture of it. I didn't get to check it out. I've been so busy finishing this mixtape, finishing this album. But I will check it out and give you my feedback.
All right. Well, look out for B.o.B acting, music.
Yes, acting,
business,
music, record label,
everything.
No Genre. Mixtape, No Genre Part 2 coming. Follow me on Instagram. Look, everybody, follow my Tumblr. Not enough people follow me on Tumblr. It's undergroundlux.tumblr.com.
Thank you very much for your time.
Cool. All right.